Hey, what's up guys? Nathan Great coming at you back again for another book review. And I just want to thank my great friend Alexis Quaterio for this amazing gem, this amazing read. I've read a decent amount of books and this one's definitely great. The author is Jonah Berger. Jonah Berger, and it's called Invisible Influence: The Hidden Forces That Shape Behavior. So on the back it says, want to be more persuasive, make better decisions? This book will show you how. In his surprising and compelling Invisible Influence, Jonah Berger integrates research from psychology, behavioral economics, business, and the social sciences more generally to shed light on the often hidden factors that shape behavior. Learn why copycats are better negotiators and how losing can lead to winning. Why successful athletes tend to have older siblings, why married people grow to look alike, and what cockroaches can teach us about the science of motivation. You'll never look at your own behavior or the behavior of those around you the same way again. Okay, so really great read. The table of contents. So chapter 1, monkey see, monkey do. Chapter 2, a horse of a different color. Chapter 3, not if they're doing it. Chapter 4, similar but different. Chapter 5, come on baby, light my fire. You feel me? I know that's a bit of an older one. And the conclusion, putting social influence to work. So I really enjoyed this book because it talks about like some of the social norms today and how people act and react to different situations. And, you know, whether it's like buying the same product or wanting to be different, or again, you know, if you're losing, how teams typically, you know, if they're down by 1 point, normally win, you know? So it really goes through the in-depth features of that. So as normal, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip to one page of the book and I'm going to read a section or the entire page to whatever stands out to me the most and what I'm called towards. Okay, so I'm going to feel it and I'm going to pick it. Bingo. Okay, we'll do this one. One person liking a song isn't enough to entirely change someone else's preferences, but it's enough to tip the scales. Songs at the top of the list got more attention, were more likely to be listened to, and as a result, more likely to be downloaded, which made it more likely that the punk rock song would be downloaded again in the first world, and that the rap song would be downloaded in the second one, and the process repeated with the next listener. Slowly but surely, just like the cars parked in the field, social influence pushed the once identical worlds in different directions. Magnified over thousands of people making choices, it led to vastly different outcomes. The implications are both simple and shocking. Rather than being driven by quality, hits might sometimes just be driven by luck in the herd. If we reran the world again, Britney Spears and J.K. Rowling, for that matter, might never have been popular. Britney's video happened to land at the right time. Some people liked it, and because of that, others jumped on the bandwagon. But she might not be any better than thousands of aspiring musicians we've never heard of. So, yeah, you know what? Let me pick another page for you guys just to kind of like, just feel called. Okay? Who are you? There are often rewards for being different. Being more attractive gets you more dates. Being taller gets you picked earlier in pickup basketball. But uniqueness is about more than just being better than others. Sure, standing out in a positive way feels good. Getting asked out frequently or being picked first makes people feel special, but it's more than that. Suppose you just got a new job. The first day is orientation and you and the other new hires start by doing a little getting to know each other. An icebreaker to begin the day. The group goes around the room, people introduce themselves and say a little bit about who they are. I'm a 36-year-old mother of 2. I'm a Baltimore native who loves the Orioles. I'm a son of a doctor and an art historian. It's kind of weird. But how would you introduce yourself? More fundamentally, who are you? This question is both deeply philosophical and extremely practical. And it's a query we answer either implicitly or explicitly all the time. From the first day of school to a new job, we're constantly introducing ourselves to others, providing our name and a little bit of information about how we see our destiny. So true. In today's digital world, introductions are often virtual. One's bio on a website or details on the About section of a social media profile. A digital overview that offers a quick sense of who someone is, even without even meeting them face to face. Twitter barely provides enough room for a full sentence for people to describe themselves. but users tend to use that limited real estate space in particular ways. Love, for example, is the most frequently used word. But it's not that people are hopeless romantics. They're using the verb to express their preferences, what they like and what they like doing. I love dogs. I love watching football. I love my kids. Other frequent categories include occupations and roles. I'm a social media manager. I'm a family man. I'm a professor. These introductions are more than just pleasantries. On a deeper level, they're a window into how we see ourselves, how we define who we are among the billions of other people in the world. So, I mean, this is an incredible read, as I mentioned, and it's so true because I'm personally like in the social media world. I have my marketing company, and people define each other based off of the following somebody has, based off of the social clout, the photos and things that people are around. And I have pros and cons on that, to be real with you. Of course, having a big following, it goes to show, like, I literally had a conversation yesterday with my neighbor for the first time in my apartment complex, and I have on the back of my Mini Cooper, it says @Nate the Great on my Instagram, because my Instagram is the biggest channel that I have and I want people to go to it. And I met them for the first time, and I happen to notice, I'm sure, with me being parked next to them, and whenever they get out of the car, and if my car's just, there, I'm sure they get curious and are like, man, Nate the Great. Of course, it's a catchy brand name, and, everybody has social media nowadays. So I knew that, I'm sure she looked it up, and she was with her boyfriend. And whenever I got out, I was like, hey, they had groceries in their hands. And I was like, you guys just go grocery shopping? They're like, yeah, we did. And she was like, she's like, what floor do you live on? And I'm like, the 6th. And she was like, which one? And I told them, and they're like, well, no, wait, we're neighbors. And I was like, that's crazy. And long story short, just the way that she kind of was like talking to me, I could tell that it wasn't starstruck, but she knew that she was talking to somebody that had like a big following, and that is pretty well known, and I noticed that, which was intriguing to me. But again, like, people define you based off of what it is that you have within your social media, and to what this is saying, like your bio, your website, how you state what it is that you do. Like if I say, hey guys, yeah, I own a marketing company, right? Yeah, I speak, like people don't want to be associated about that. So it's like I teach, and this is me, like I'm an activator. I activate certain parts of people's, triggers within them to really activate their fullest potential, right? I'm an activator. I'm Nate the Great. Whenever I meet people, I'm not just like, hi, I'm Nate. I'm like, hi, I'm Nate the Great. Nice to meet you. What do? I'm an activator. I help activate people's potentials to help them in business, relationships, the whole 9 yards. I own a marketing company where we help people get featured in Forbes, big time press release outlets, as well as do social growth. I have a podcast called the Roots of Success Podcast, where I interview influencers and celebrities on how they got from the bottom to where they're at today. And then I also came out with a book last year called Success Secrets for the Young Entrepreneur, 85-page read, short and quick to the point. And I also do some speaking, to different groups and organizations on whether it's branding, social media, empowerment, millennials, and how they can actually, transform their lives. And I say these things, and people can feel that. People can feel your energy compared to, yeah, I'm an activator. I activate people's lives. And, if you stutter a lot, people are going to look at that and be like, wow, he's not confident, right? He's too quiet. Like, I want this guy to coach me. I want this guy to activate me. I want this guy to do my marketing. What? No.